Good morning, everyone. It's Pamela here for Trans by Definition. Today we're talking about the question, why transition? And I think that question may be fairly easy but to answer in some respects because of gender dysphoria, I think would be the prevalent answer that would come to the forefront. I've had gender dysphoria since I was about 10 years old, and it was quite difficult for me to deal with. Not in the earlier times, but maybe later when I was at school, and it was about 15 to 16, 17, like that, around those years, and because I was really fighting hard against it, because even though while I wanted to do it, there was so much negativity from friends, teachers, and things like that. So, and parents, other children's parents, and they were very negative towards me about it. And I mean, I was keeping it hidden as much as I could, but at some point I couldn't keep it hidden. And I mean, I used to shave my legs at school. When the dysphoria got really strong, I used to shave my legs, and when I went to school, I had to cover it up, and this is usually in summer, when I was wearing long pants and everyone else is wearing shorts and skirts and things like that. So people thought I was weird from the onset, and eventually I was asked to leave the school on basis of religion. I was disagreeing with the religion, and I think that really what they wanted to get rid of me because I was displaying symptoms of gender dysphoria, and they think that wasn't. They didn't think that was good for them to have me in the school, so they decided that they would get rid of me. So, unfortunately, that didn't work for them. But it did sabotage my education and things like that. So, and I mean, I was the one fighting against it more than they were. I tried to win the battle. I was steadfast in trying to win that battle. When I left school, I went to university, and I was trying to push it away as much as I could. And the more I pushed it away, the more it sort of came back at me with vengeance, and which is really hard to deal with if you really don't want these feelings, but they just keep resurfacing. And there was nothing I could do. I fought for a further 8 years after university, and I couldn't get a job because I was always this inner demon. I was always battling it. It was always at the forefront of my conscious. I was like, is this is going to affect my work? And I can't. It's going to affect my interviews. It's basically going to affect everything. And I still fought against it for 8 years, and despite its damaging effects on my ability to work, even to get an education to some degree, and I mean, I dropped out of uni a couple of times, went back, dropped out, went part-time, went external. Eventually I got my degree. But the only thing that really wouldn't go away was the gender dysphoria, and I knew that at some point I had to deal with it. And in 2003 to 2005, I got very suicidal, and I was still fighting against it. And eventually I came to the realization that I had to do something about it, and it was so bad by this stage, something like nearly 20 years after school, or something, 15 years after school, after leaving school, that I was still battling with this inner demon, or that I used to think it was an inner demon. But then when I started getting help for this treatment, I got a psychologist, I got psychiatrists, and they all agreed that I had gender dysphoria, and they were supportive in me being treated for it. So I went, okay, I'll do this, I'll go ahead with this, and that's when my life changed, and I realised that the thing that I was fighting all this time wasn't gender dysphoria. It was me, it was myself. I was trying to eradicate who I was. And of course you can't eradicate who you are, and this is why gender dysphoria kept winning. It's because it is you inside you, and you can't get rid of it, and nothing you can do. There is absolutely nothing you can do to get rid of it yourself. You can't you can't not be who you are. And I think that's the reason why I transitioned. It's because this is who I am. Okay, that's all I have to say about this, and I hope you all have a good day, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.